So for step 23, the wheels. Well, this is where we're going to put the tires onto the wheels. Now, because this is the Tamico edition, it comes with the upgraded fluorescent orange wheels. And of course, here are our tires that we're going to need. Now, one interesting thing that I saw is that I checked this out with my 1/10 scale Tamiya Yaris front wheel drive car, and these are the same tires. So the Dancing Rider is using the tires from a 1/10 scale M05. Kind of cool. It's interesting. Obviously not that one, because that's not going to work. But that's all right. So we're going to set this up, and I'm going to put the wheels into the tires. So let's do one of the rear ones first. We're just going to need to slide these through, and the rubber is super pliable, so it's not going to be hard to put this together. And there we go. There's one wheel, and we'll do the other one. Same thing. There we go, number 2. And then of course our front wheel, which is different because now the outside is the outside in both directions. So this one feels a little stiffer to work with. There we go. And there is our front wheel. Very, very cool. I love the orange. That's awesome. So, step 23 is complete. So now we're going to work on step 24, and we're going to attach the front wheel. So for step 24, attaching the front wheel, well, we're going to grab our wheel, which we have here. We're going to grab our last 2 bearings that we've got for this kit, and then we have this shaft that's going to go through the center, and then we'll be screwing it in on either side. Now, it does show grease, which I won't be doing because we're using the ball bearings, because if you remember, if you're not, you'd be using these things from the parts tree. So there are the pieces that we need. So I'll set this up and let's put on the front wheel. So first off, let's put our bearings in place. There's one, and there's 2. So they're in. Then we're going to grab our pin here that's going to go through the center, just like that, which will fit on either side. And then we're going to slide this into here, which you can see that you've got to line this up. Because you can see there's the square end, and you've got the square end on the bottom of this. So that's going to have to, in fact, I'll turn it upside down. Hopefully it will hold, yes. And we'll do it this way, because I need to see how that is going to slide in. Because you may have to pull the plastic fork apart just a bit. There we go. And then we can grab one of the screws and screw this in. You can feel it go in. It actually goes in quite smooth. And I think I'll turn this upside down, or right side up now. I'll do the same thing here. sure it's in on both sides. Yep. So there we have our front wheel. Very, very cool. This looks so cool. All right, well, the front wheel's done. So we're now going to move on to step 25, and we're going to attach the rear wheels. So for step 25, attaching the rear wheels, well, we're going to use these cap screws and washers. So we're going to need the Allen key to be able to attach those. And you can see that we're just going to screw them into those rear hubs. And we'll do that on both sides. So I'll set this up and let's put them on. So let's do this side first. So you can see that we're going to need one of those cap screws. We're going to need a washer. And we'll grab one of our wheels. And let's grab our chassis here. And we will now put that onto there. And we'll use our Allen key. Make sure that's correct, yes. First time attaching a wheel with an Allen key versus the box wrench. Which is different, but this is a smaller setup, but I think there probably could have been, I guess not. It's the way this has been designed. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. And again, don't over tighten, because these screws are still pretty small, so you don't want to strip this out. And they're not tapping screws, so you could end up stripping the plastic if you do it too much. Seems like there's a bit of play. Well, that probably is correct. Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll see when we get the other one on. So let's put the other one on. We're going to grab that. We're going to grab our washer, tire, and let's make sure that goes onto the hub. Actually, now I can do it this way, because that back end really does want to move around a fair bit. So if we do it that way, a little bit more finicky than using a box wrench. There we go. So there are the rear tires in place. Turn that back a bit now. There we go. So there is our trike so far. Very, very cool. Ah, that's awesome. Too cool. So that means that 25 is complete. So we're going to move on to step 26 and attach the rear fender.